Another important monument which made Adil Shahi famous was Ibrahim Roza. This is a valuable and most stylish architectural example which is located in Vijayapura, and it was built by Ibrahim Adil Shah II for his queen. And it is one of the few building in Bijapur that is covered in structurally decorative way. Okay, and it was designed by one of the Persian architect under the guidance of Ibrahim. And it is also said that this design of this Ibrahim Roza served as an inspiration for the famous Taj Mahal. So this is all about Bahmani kingdom. Today we'll do Vijayanagara Empire. Vijayanagara Empire, most dignified and glorious empire of South India, which ruled for 3 centuries. Vijayanagara Empire was founded by two Sangama brothers, Harihara and Bukkaraya. Two Sangama brothers, that is Harihara and Bukkaraya, with the blessings of a great saint of medieval India, that is Vidyaranya. Okay, and Harihara, he became the first ruler of this empire. And this Vijayanagara Empire flourished on the bank of river Tungabhadra in the year 1336 CE. And Hampi was their capital. Okay. Actually, Harihara and Bukkaraya of the Sangama dynasty were originally served under the Kakatiyan rulers, that is Kakatiya rulers of Warangal. Okay. Then they went to Kampili, where they were imprisoned and they were converted to Islam. Later on, they returned to the Hindu fold at the initiative of the Saint Vidyaranya. And they also proclaimed their independence, and they founded a new city on the south, that is on the southern bank of river Tungabhadra, and it is called as Vijayanagara. Okay, that means city of victory. These Harihara and Bukkaraya, they expanded their territory by occupying the Udayagiri fort in the Nellore region and Pennakonda fort, that is from the Hoysalas. Meanwhile, these Bahmani kingdoms are also coming into existence in the Deccan, and in the conflict between the Bahmanis and the Vijayanagara, Bukkaraya, he defeated the Reddis of Kondavidu and merged this Pennakonda area with the Vijayanagar. And it is also said that he solved the religious war between the Jains and the Vaishnavites. Okay, this upheld the religious harmony. And it has also been referred in one of the inscriptions in Shravana Belagala that Bukkaraya constructed a fort and a few temples in the capital to encourage the agricultural activities. Okay, and also on account of the frequent war with the Bahmanis, Bukkaraya could not do anything in the initial period. However, he conquered Madurai and extended his territory to the south, that is up to Rameshwar. Next we will know about Harihara II. Harihara II, he ascended the throne in the year 1377 to 1404. Okay, and he ascended the throne after Bukkaraya consolidated and it further extended. And during his time, that is Harihara time, coastal Andhra, that is Nellore and Kalinga, was under the control of the Reddis of Kondavedu. Okay, and Harihara II, he carried his campaign on this for gaining control of these territories. Afterwards, this led to clashes between them, and to counter-attack, that is these Reddis, they sought the help from the Bahmanis, and this made Harihara II proceed further and defeat him and capture the Telangana. Then further, this extension of Vijayanagara territory, that is up to northwest, that is up to Goa, okay, gave control over the port of the western coastal part of India. Thus we can say that this empire, that is the Vijayanagara Empire under the Harihara II, expanded between, that means kingdom from Goa in the north, that is of the Konkan coast, and to the end of the period he controlled the Konkan and Karnool and Kondavidu and Nellore district also. Devaraya II is the most famous king in the Sangama dynasty. Okay. According to Abdul Razak, the Persian ambassador who visited South India during the rule of Devaraya II, he remarked that his domain, that means the domain of Devaraya II, extended from Ceylon to Gulbarga and from Orissa to Malabar. Such was the extent of Devaraya II. Okay, and later on he also suppressed the regional leaders of the border and also expanded the kingdom up to river Krishna. And he also defeated the Kerala rulers and received a rich tribute from the Kerala and Sri Lanka. And this earned him the title called as a Dakshinapatha Chakravarti. Okay, and through these conquests, the Vijayanagara Empire extended from Sri Lanka to Gulbarga and from Telangana to Malabar. But the rivalry, the relationship between the Vijayanagara and the Bahmani kingdom continued to be hostile during the reign of Devaraya II also. That is about his political achievement. Then when it comes to his religious policy, it is said that he was tolerant towards other religions. It could be seen that there were many mosques, Jain and Vaishnava temples were built in the capital during his time. And he is also a writer too. And it is said that he had in his court the Sanskrit scholar Dimdima and the Kannada scholar, that is the Lakkana Dandesha too. So these things, it tells us that he is a great patron of art and writing also. Okay. And during his period, that is Devaraya II period, Veerashaiva tradition and literature saw a revival. Okay, but the kings who succeeded Devaraya were quite incompetent and allowed the empire to disintegrate. That is, after the death of Devaraya II, the rulers who had ascended after him were quite incompetent, not capable, and allowed the empire to disintegrate. To this again there was a pressure from Bahmani sultans, and again the Portuguese, that is the Portuguese who had discovered the sea route to India, they started coming to India to establish themselves on the west coast and in the port also. Okay, so like this, the conflict between the Vijayanagara Empire and the Bahmani kingdom over Raichur lasted for many years, and the dispute over the regions between the river Krishna and Tungabhadra, and also over the fertile area of Krishna and Godavari Delta also went on for a long period. Okay, so Devaraya, the greatest ruler of this Sangama dynasty, he could not win any clear victory over these Bahmani sultans. So after his death, Sangama dynasty became weak. And now we will know about Saluva dynasty. It was founded by Saluva Narasimha. Okay, and Saluva Narasimha, he ruled only for a brief period, that is 1486 to 1509. Saluva Narasimha, he had to spend the whole period, that means whole deal of his time, in putting down the many chief rebels. Okay, that is Nayakas and Palegaras, no? So the chiefs of the local areas. And he passed away in the year 1490, leaving his two minor sons under the care of the Narasa Nayaka, who is a trusted general and who belonged to Tuluva family. Okay, later on, Narasa Nayaka assumed himself to the power as a regent, and in in 1492, keeping the real rule under his tutelage. Okay, and later on in the 1503 he passed away, and by the time he had established his authority effectively over the whole of his extension, later his son Veera Narasimha succeeded him as the regent, that is as the administrative head of the state, and proclaimed himself as a ruler in the year 1506, thus inaugurating the third dynasty, that is the Tuluva dynasty. Okay, so Tuluva dynasty was established in the year 1506. Okay, later on in the year 1509, he will pass away, that is Veera Narasimha will pass away, and his brother called Krishnadevaraya will succeed him. Okay, so the period of Krishnadevaraya, that is from 1509 to 1529, is considered as a golden age in the Vijayanagara period. Okay, now let us know about his military conquest. So Krishnadevaraya, as you all know, he is a great military ability person. He possessed great military ability, and his possessive personality was accompanied by high intellectual quality. He was a great warrior, administrator, and a person of art. Okay, and his first task after he became the ruler was to repulse Bahmans, that means drive the Bahmans out. When he came to power, the kingdom was facing various complicated internal and external problems. Thus, the reign, that means the period between 1510 to 1521, is filled with a lot of wages. It means a lot of wars in the history of Vijayanagara Empire. Okay, and it is said that he undertook 14 major wars, and they were against the Europeans who had settled through the new sea route, that is new sea route, and they were establishing the control over the western coast of our country, and also with the Mughals of the north who were trying to expand their empire in the south, and even with the 5 Shahi rulers, that is Bahman rulers, who had become very powerful sultans by then. And in addition to all these things, Krishnadevaraya also had to face the rulers of Ummattur and also the Orissa rulers. They were a constant threat for him. In 1509, Yusuf Adil Shah organized a combined attack on Vijayanagara Empire, and in this war, Adil Shah of Bijapur died. Okay, and it is said that during this time, Krishnadevaraya occupied the Raichur Doab. Later on, he also waged a war up to Gulbarga and returned successfully. And in the year 1518, he extended his domain in the east and moved to northwest by defeating the Gajapatis of Orissa. And it is also said that by this time, the Bahmani kingdom was replaced by the Deccan Sultans. Okay, and also it has been said that Krishnadevaraya liberated Muhammad Adil Shah and made him as the king of the Bahmani kingdom. And after this, he earned the title called as a Yavana Raja Pratishthapanacharya. Later on, these wars, it is said that these wars destroyed the power of the Bahmanis. Then he undertook a war on Ganga Rajya, that means the ruler of Ummattur. Okay, he defeated them, and he also captured this Ganga Raya, the chieftain of Ummattur. Okay, so like this, Krishnadevaraya also waged a campaign against Orissa ruler and was also successful in capturing those kingdoms also. So he defeated the Gajapati ruler Prataparudra and also conquered the whole of Telangana. Like this, he had conquered most of the territories in the India, and it has been said that he possessed the large extent of area in India after the decline of the Delhi Sultan. About his religious policy, though he is a Vaishnavite, he respected all the religions, and he is a great patron of literature too. Okay, and he is also known as Andhra Bhoja. And there were 8 scholars in his kingdom, and they were known as Ashtadigajas. The noted poets during this period were Allasani Peddanna was the greatest, and he was also called as Andhra Kavita Pitamaha. And even Tenali Ramakrishna was also adorned in his court. Krishnadevaraya himself has authored 2 books, that is Telugu work called as Amukta Malyada and Sanskrit work Jambavati Kalyana. Okay, and he also he was a great builder too. He had repaired most of the temples of South India and also built the famous Vitala Swami temple and Hazara Ramaswamy temple at Vijayanagar. And he also built a city called as Nagalapuram in memory of his queen Nagala Devi. Besides, he also built a large number of Rajagopurams also. Okay, and it is said he passed away in the year 1529. After his death, Vijayanagara kingdom started again declining gradually, and there was a chaos for power, and the rulers spent their time in the struggle against internal revolt. So these five Shahi rulers, that is Muslim rulers in the Deccan, they took this opportunity, united together and formed a league and marched towards Vijayanagara with the combined forces. During the rule of Ramaraya, the combined forces of Bijapur, Ahmednagar, Golconda and Bidar defeated him at the Battle of Thalikota in the year 1565. And in this decisive battle, fought on the 23rd January 1565 on the bank of the river Krishna near the village of Rakasatangadi, Vijayanagara was defeated and Ramaraya, who led the Vijayanagara army, was killed. Okay. Later, Tirumala Raya, the younger brother of Ramaraya, along with his puppet ruler, that is Sadashiva Raya, they moved to Penagonda in Anandpur district with all the treasure. Okay. And this victorious army of the Muslims, they marched towards Vijayanagara and looted the city by the Muslim rulers, as well as the ruthless robbers went on for days together. And never, perhaps in the history of the world, has such havoc has been brought and wrought on such a splendid city. And this battle of Thalikota marks the final, that is the downfall of the Vijayanagara Empire.